Hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Spike, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the new FIA GT and LMP content available in AMS2. If you're new to the channel, then do consider subscribing. Any support is greatly appreciated, heading towards that 350 subscriber milestone now, so any support with that would be awesome. So a quick whiz through some of the cars then. I won't talk about all of them, but we can certainly pick out a few. So in the GT1s we've got the Aston Martin DBR9, we've obviously got Corvette and a Dodge Viper here, and then the Maserati MC12, the snubbier version of the road-going counterpart. And then in the GT2s we've got the Porsche 996 and the unlicensed version of the Ferrari here. And then scrolling down, the most notable of the LMPs is the Audi R8, dominated back in the day. Today we're going to jump into the Aston Martin DBR9 for a multi-class race against AI here at Spa's historic 2005 layout. Okay then, ready to rock and roll for this 2005 GT extravaganza here at Spa. We've got a different layout to contend with. We're going around the older version of the bus stop here, and we're about to be handed control at a very awkward point in this rolling start, but we're away and we're heading towards the source for the first time. But be careful we don't crash into the back of this traffic. Into turn one, we managed to sneak up the inside a bit. So we've got a 20-minute race here, 47 AI opponents split across 4 classes. And a mandatory pit stop just to keep things interesting. We can decide when to take that based on race traffic. And we've fallen a bit behind this train on Kemmel, but one decent braking zone and we'll back on the tail of this GT1 train here. And as a specification, it's a good one. It replaced the old GT1s of the late 90s, the Porsche 911 GT1, McLaren F1 GT, and the Mercedes were very big hitters in that specification when it existed. There was the panels in there as well. But when that specification was scrapped, the then GT2s were promoted to GT1s. The name was recycled, so it's quite a confusing period as well. But it's nice to see that it's getting featured in modern sim titles. I've been craving this in a modern sim. If you couldn't tell by the amount I play GTR2 on the channel and the amount I talk about this stuff, that's going to be featured in Project Motor Racing as well. And it's interesting to see Race Room, AMS2, both doing big updates in the lead up to the release of Project Motor Racing. Almost acknowledgement that competition is getting stiffer in the sim racing space, and to stay relevant you've got to stay updating your content. And I have to say, I was really impressed with Race Room's recent update, the stuff they've done to their UI and their multiplayer integration. It's been fantastic, and I've been a bit underwhelmed, dare I say, returning to AMS2 for the first time since the update. Just not the same level of fluidity in the UI, and I've always found that with AMS2. It's probably why I've not featured it on the channel as much, and it's not necessarily been a deliberate choice. It's just been the more awkward sim to get running properly for me, and it could be hardware specific issues that I'm having, or that I've had. But yeah, it's just been the most tricky. I've spent maybe an hour this afternoon trying to get the new wheelbase to register and to assign steering inputs. I had to go into the game files and delete my old player data to get that to work, which isn't ideal. There's a known issue though, so plenty of forums explaining what you need to do to remedy that. It's a shame that it's a thing at all. It's taken a good while to troubleshoot. And then the multiplayer integration is nowhere near as good as where Racing have got theirs in the last few weeks. All of it hosted in AMS2 by third parties, Low Fuel Motorsport and SimGrid. Great for your league racing, but for casual drop-ins, you just want to be able to switch it on, click on the register and get on the track really, and that's what iRacing does so well and what Racestream has sussed out and started to do. It's just the convenience is really important when you're pushed for time. Like today I'm quite pushed for time, and I've spent maybe an hour or so trying to get all my controls working, and then I've spent half an hour or so trying to get into an online race, trying to synchronise SimGrid profiles with Steam profiles and what have you. Getting on the apex there, a bit of contact. I'm not going to take the position, I let the Viper go back through there. The Aston as well, just felt a bit of a dive that. Yeah, just not the fluidity that I was expecting, I have to say. But the driving experience in these cars is really good. I've only driven the Aston Martin, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's very responsive. And it's just a bit different. I feel like, and I've said this before, the sim racing space has been a bit oversaturated with GT3s, LMU and ACC, and iRacing as well. It's just nice to try something a bit different. Ooh, we've got a bit of contact there. We're going to have course yellows maybe. We've got a car on the green. I think I saw an LMP car on the grass there. But yeah, the Aston Martin and the Viper whacking panels. And then my only other complaint is there are cars that are missing from this spec. It's a Ferrari that could be here, and a Lamborghini that could be here. And looking at Project Motor Racing, I'm starting to get a bit worried about the car list. And unless there's stuff to be announced, it's looking a bit sparse in the GTs and NGTs. Cars missing there as well. And that's why I love GTR2. It's just got such expansive fields for 2003. Well, I thought I could get away with a lift there. Might get a warning from the stewards. No, we've been let off. Obviously paid them off. We'll try not to tie up the inside here on the bus stop this time. And actually we need to start making some plays if we're going to get up our class. Ooh. The Aston and the Viper have filed off into the pit lane, so gives us a bit of clean air to work with. For the time being at least. We've got a Maserati MC12 fighting with it's either a Viper or Corvette up the road. And we're up onto Kemmel. Are we going to be able to catch up with these couple up the road? Need them to fight a bit. But yeah, I was hoping to try out this content in an online context, and it's just not been easy or fluid to get running, so it was actually easier just to get in an offline race. Maserati is fighting for that position there from the Viper. Was that another car in the... my radar just flicked on, I couldn't see though. It's funny, sometimes I watch races back and I see stuff that I didn't see when I was actually racing, so that could be one of those occasions. Oh, we've got a full course of yellow, so maybe something has happened. But we can use this as an opportunity to get into the pit. One thing AMS2 does well is its flag system. That's whether the AI that's had the incident can clear itself, otherwise we might be under yellows for the remaining 10 minutes. Have to stay focused for when that goes away. We don't want to lose ground. Yeah, we'll pit. Box. Yeah, that MC12 looks very good up the road. Enjoyed driving those in the old Forzas, Forza 3 and Forza 4. In the, I think it was, the race version was in the R2 class back in Forza 4. One of my favourites for sure. And yeah, every now and then I go back and drive it in GTR2 as well. Raced it, I think, at Valencia a few months ago against some AI. It was good fun. But yeah, nice to see cars like that in a modern sim. I'll just be careful on the pit exit here. We don't want to go over that white line and get penalised. Still under full yellows after the pit stop, so we'll try and get up the road. And I think all these cars will end up bunching up if that yellow isn't cleared soon. Be interesting to see where the incident is on the track, but we've got apparently we've got an upgraded AI model with the recent AMS2 update, so we'll see if it can sort itself out. Racestream is still my favourite AI. This looks like the Corvette, which actually I looked at this I think yesterday. So this Corvette, I might be able to get closer when we get on the train just so we can have a look at it, but yeah, this Corvette was announced by Project Motor Racing devs on socials I think yesterday or the day before, and at least I think it was this Corvette. But it doesn't appear on the website under the GT category, so there might be cars that are yet to be announced that are going to be in Project Motor Racing that we can't see currently, even cars on socials when they're not on the website, which I am checking fairly regularly. Maybe they've just stopped updating that and they're relying solely on their social media platforms to announce cars now, I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. Begging for an expansive GT field from this era. This is good, but we're missing quite a bit from this. There's, I think it was like 4 or 5 cars. Maybe it's just four cars in the GT ones: the Viper, the Corvette, the Aston Martin, and the Maserati. So no Ferrari in there, no Lamborghini. I can't think of more off the top of my head, but yeah, we're missing some cars. No Morgan. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure what raced in 2005 and what should be there if this is strictly the 2005 category, but there's cars that I know that I've driven in GTR2 or that have been announced for Project Motor Racing that aren't here in this DLC, so although they did do a Lamborghini pack recently, so maybe there's a Lamborghini lurking somewhere else. Oh, that's the end of the full course yellows. I don't know how long that's been down for, but certainly things have come alive again. Well, we've got LMP trying to barge through the middle with 3 wide coming into the source, don't like it. Just going to slow down, play it safe. Got the MC12 on the inside. Hopefully that LMP car will force him to slow down. So the LMP2 there. yeah, cool that we can simulate a full course yellow. That's the first time I've done that in a sim. And I like the attempts at copying branding from this time. It's one of the things that you don't really appreciate as a challenge when it comes to emulating these older championships and car fields and circuits. You know, there's all this branding and stuff that you can't necessarily license anymore, like, you know, businesses and stuff that don't exist. We've had a financial crash in 2008, so yeah, businesses and stuff that would have sponsored events like this that you can't go and ask for permission to use the logo anymore. Like, I don't know if Northern Rock were ever sponsoring any motorsport at this time, but Maserati is not getting out of the way of the LMP car here. So be careful shifting down the gears when I'm going quite quickly. Finally, the LMP2 is around the Maserati there. Oh, is it? Ooh, they're getting a bit frisky with one another. Come on, we need to stay on the back of the MC12 there. We've got another DBR9 behind as well, nipping at the heels. So I want to see if I can get away with... I mean, I didn't get a penalty or an off-track warning for slipping wide there. I feel like I should have done. I went quite wide, but got away with it. Paid off the stewards apparently. We've got more cars filtering off into the pit lane. That looks like a GT1 there going off. Sadly, we've not seen much of the GT2s in this one. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock, and we're currently second in class at Maserati, followed by two Astons and the GT1s here. Thoroughly engaging race. I've really enjoyed this actually. So we're going to get the slipstream. Ooh. Maserati opting to defend the inside. It's interesting for it to make that choice. Fair enough. Thought about going for the dive down the inside there, but nowhere near close enough. Come on, we can win it, we can win it. We're a bit sheepish back on the power. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Oh, I got squeezed. Just got to pick my moment here. Cannot find a way. Few cars still to come out of the pits. Could be a bit of traffic to complicate our situation here. Let's go for a dive up the inside. That'll do. That'll do nicely. So leading class now. A minute and a half on the clock. I think it'll be this lap and one more. Although I'm not confident on that, so we'll see what happens. Let's try and hold this lead now. We've got the Maserati, probably a better Exxon to Camel, so just making it make a decision. Ooh. Try and make this Aston as wide as possible. We've got the other Aston as well in P3. But yeah, I was saying before the full course yellows ended, the advertising is interesting. There's I've noticed a Foster's, well, a fake Foster's advertisement board around Bonchemont, and then on the pit straight. We'll see it again as we head towards Sector 3. We've got Royal Bank of Scotland branding here as well. It's cool. Yeah, because not only do you have to seek permission to use the branding, you've got to get permission to use the old branding if you're recreating a 2005 version of the layout. Just let this LMP go. Is that an Audi, I think? The R8 going hard there. Who is it? Who is it? I can't tell. McAllister. I'm pretty sure that's the McAllister. Is it Andy McAllister maybe? He would have driven the Porsche GT1 back in the 90s. Oh, I wonder why it's getting done. It's LMPs. The Maseratis managed to slip in there as well. Oh god, Spike, that was terrible. Okay, no one saw. We didn't spin the Maserati. Okay, this is going to be... Oh, I've disobeyed my pit stop apparently. So maybe I didn't change tyres. Oh, what a pain in the arse. But yes, otherwise a thoroughly engaging race. I feel like we've been duped to the P2 in class there, but I really enjoyed that. I think that's a really good set of cars here in AMS2. Really engaging race. I think the AI's done a good job there of trying to fight back for position, that Maserati coming through at the end, and actually just the way it behaved on Kemmel as well. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm going to leave it there for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, then a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.